my very first time vlogging. I don't know if you can tell that I was nervous or not. I tried my best to keep my composure. And on top of that, it was my first out-of-country trip that I've had in a very, very long time. So I was definitely very, very excited. And to be in Japan, no less, it was definitely a very waku experience. And the first thing that I had to eat as soon as I landed is, surprise, surprise, it's takoyaki. I really, really miss the takoyakis from Japan. They're somehow made where it's so crispy on the outside, yet steaming and soft and supple on the inside, especially with that chewy piece of octopus in there as well. Oh, it was so delicious. I couldn't help myself. I had to get one, and it was, of course, the best thing I ever ate as soon as I landed in the first day in Japan. And you know this is definitely a vlog from Giri if we're always just non-stop eating. The second place I really wanted to go to was this place called Gyukatsu. I remember having this restaurant the last time I was in Japan several years back, and it was definitely one of the more memorable restaurants for me. It's basically a deep fried piece of steak almost, and they serve it rare. However, you can sear the individual pieces on a hot stone plate, and it'll give it this beautiful sear, beautiful char on your pieces, and you can cook it however well done you want. And it comes with soup, rice, side dishes, all of those standard that come in a meal set. And it was so delicious. It was just as good as I remembered it, and it was definitely worth every penny and the best first meal in Japan. Oh, and just hear that sizzle. It's so good. That was actually my first time trying warabi mochi as well, and it was really yummy. It was slightly sweet, but really delicate and really soft, yet still somehow still kind of chewy. It was really good, and I really liked it. I should really get more warabi mochi next time. This next place, I highly recommend. We actually stumbled upon this very accidentally. We were on our way to go to a different restaurant that Google Maps was leading us, and this was on the way. And me being the person who easily falls for FOMO, I saw a huge lineup outside this restaurant, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I don't want to go to the original place we were heading to. I want to go to this place. And it was definitely the best decision I ever made. This restaurant specializes in hambagu steaki, which is basically like a Japanese version of Salisbury steak, which is like a ground beef patty, seared, served with a different kind of gravy. They also have side dishes like raw egg, miso soup, and all the usual trimmings. It seems very simple, and it really is, but somehow they have mastered it where it was the juiciest, most caramelized piece of steak, and the sauces they had were just perfection. It paired with the meat and the rice so well. Oops, I cracked the egg badly there. Please ignore that. I have never ate raw egg rice before prior to this, and I had 2 bowls. 2 bowls! It was that good. I highly recommend you guys check this out if you're ever in the Harajuku area. And the next day, we went to a festival. This was my very first time attending a matsuri. I've always wanted to try, especially after consuming all the manga and anime where I always see the school kids going and enjoying all the festival foods. I never knew I would have been able to catch one, especially given the time of year that I went, but I was so lucky, and I was so excited. And all the yummy festival foods were there as well, and I had an absolute blast. Oh god, if only I was one of those balls. Just grill me up, sir. And apparently they were having a dance performance as well. I was so lucky to catch it. By the end of this, I thought that I was part of the dancers. I want to be a festival dancer. I think I have the chops for it. The festival that we attended apparently was in celebration of the ginkgo trees. In this particular town, I believe the ginkgo trees are very popular, and which is the brightly yellow colored leaves that you see. And yeah, it was really beautiful, and I was just very lucky to be at the right place at the right time. And here I was trying to live out my best slice of life anime pro tag life, but too bad I had the physical coordination and dexterity as a toad. And this city was absolutely beautiful. It was so serene, and I had a lot of fun that day. It's onsen time! Woo! One of the highlights of this trip was to actually visit naturally occurring onsen, and this time we traveled a lot further than the last time. This time we went all the way to Gunma, which is about 3 hours out from Tokyo. So it took 1 Shinkansen, 1 JR line, 1 local train, and 1 local bus just to get there. A total of about 3.5 hours one way, but oh my god, it was so worth it. The scenery all the way from Tokyo to Gunma was amazing, and it was just a beautiful beautiful city. And this is a naturally occurring onsen. It looks a little like moldy and green because of the natural minerals that's in the water. It definitely smells like farts and hard-boiled eggs. They were not kidding when they said naturally occurring onsens were stanky. Were they stanky? I kid you not, no exaggeration. I had the smell of farts and eggs in my nose for 2 days. 2 days after I left that city. That's how much it lingers. And this is our ryokan that we stayed at. It was so beautiful. The decorations were so pretty and I loved everything about it. All the amenities were so beautifully laid out and absolutely immaculate. And here we have our hotel room. We ordered the tatami room style, so it was more of a Japanese style, and it was so cute. It had the little tatami floors, all the little snacks and everything ready. Particular room has a private onsen in the balcony, and it was really, really nice to be able to just take a late night dip at nighttime or an early morning dip in the morning without having to disturb anybody, and it was so beautiful. The overlooking landscape of the mountains and the trees while you're getting a hot soak, amazing. And the scenery around the hotel was just absolutely gorgeous. Mountains, foliage, peace and quiet. Definitely something that I'm not very used to coming from the city. And of course, one other highlight to ryokans aside from an onsen, what is it? Food. Obviously the food, and by golly gosh, was the food delicious. Everything was so immaculate. It was so dainty and curated. I wish I wrote down what I ate, but I don't remember. So you can just look at the delicious food now. Next time, I will make sure to write proper notes and actually remember the individual dishes. But yeah, look at the yummy food. Ooh, oishiso. I also just want to add, the service was impeccable. The young lady that was attending to us, she described every single dish very patiently, taught us how to eat it and how to enjoy it in the proper way. And she was so cute. At one point, I wanted to ask what perfume she was using because she smelled really good. That's not weird, is it? No. No. And the nighttime scenery from our room was also really pretty. You can see the lights kind of shining up on the trees. And there were stars. You can see stars. Can't see stars in Tokyo. Not even Toronto. It was so beautiful. And here we have the dinner for the second day. This was me post onsen, so I was hungry. I'm bathed. I'm cleaned. I'm ready to engorge on some food. And again, do I remember what I ate at dinner number 2? No, sir. But is it good? Yes, sir. So let's just watch together as I remind myself of all the yummy things I ate for dinner number 2. After another. It was just non-stop eating. The life of a king. Oh yeah, that's right. And we also had shabu shabu. Shabu shabu was really good. The cut of meat was perfectly marbled, but not so marbled where you feel like you're getting a little sick from eating like the richness of the fat. It was like a beautiful ratio of meat and also a little bit of the marbling, so it still felt very substantial and meaty and chewy, but just the perfect amount of tenderness. Oh, it was so good. God, I wish that was me right now. Again, all I remember is I ate like a pig during my onsen trip. There was never a moment where I felt hungry. I was either snacking in the city and getting the onsen manjus or like onsen tamago, or I was just being fed like a king in the actual ryokan. Best 2 days of my life. And I was so clean. So no comments whether I'm clean or not. I onsen 3 times a day during that trip. Dust just slides right off my body. She burned the rice. She burned it. No questions asked. Shh. The hotel burned the rice. I can't believe this. Yummy, yummy. Gochisou-sama deshita. And this day, I remember I was live streaming and we went to visit a local tourist attraction, but it's also a very big temple. I believe this was part of Harajuku Omotesando, a very posh area of Tokyo. And we were just walking around, taking in the scenery, looking at all the expensive clothes and the expensive brands that were there. It was very, very fancy and very, very bougie. But it was a fun walk with everybody. I had a really good time. Why am I strutting like that? I need to walk more delicately. Note to self. We also went to a capsule toy museum. That was really, really fun. It had all the different kinds of capsules that you would ever find all over Tokyo, all located in one place. It was a huge area and there were so many capsules. So if you like capsule toys, that's where you need to be. And I also tried my hand at anime goodie lottery bags. And I think I won something good. I think it only ended up being like a mid-level prize, but that's okay. Better than last level, right? I really wanted the Anya that was doing the hit face. I really wanted that one. But you know me, I got the worst luck in the whole wide world. So I had to call in the big guns, the big reinforcement, and I had to ask Oni Bro to help me. Let's see if I actually get it. And of course, the doo-doo head gets it. What is it with my luck? I should have been the one. That should have been me. That should have been me. I also tried my hand at a few other ones. And they were so cute. I loved all of them. And what better way to end the day after a long day of shopping for capsule toys than to eat ramen? This one in particular is very special to me. I remember eating at this restaurant years back when I last visited Japan. It was so good. This happened to be located in Akihabara. It is right adjacent to a Koko curry that's there as well. And this restaurant specializes in huge, tender lumps of pork belly. And their tsukemen, which is the kind of ramen that you dip into a thicker broth, is so good. I highly recommend that you guys try. This place will always be on the top of my to eat list if you guys are ever in Tokyo. Highly recommended. And this was us, I believe it was on the top of the Sunshine City building. We were just resting and enjoying the scenery. They had a rooftop garden that we wanted to check out, and it was overlooking all of Ikebukuro. It was so beautiful. And it had just happened to be sunset time-ish, and it was just a really nice way to end the evening. I'm always weak for crane games. I'm sorry. Even on my way to meet my art papa, I still had to stop by the crane games just to see what figurines are available for that day. He took us to eat at this restaurant that was famous for catching the fish while you're there, and they prepare the fish for you in many different ways, however way that you choose, and they make it into like a fun little game, and you can cook it after, and it was really fun. Even I was able to catch a few fish. You can see me, I'm really concentrating. I'm there to win. Yay, and I caught one! After dinner, we kind of just strolled the streets of Shinjuku. Our papa kind of took me around all the local spots that he usually tends to visit on a night out. It was really fun just to kind of catch up and talk and get to know him better. And it was just really a nice evening all around. So thank you, our papa, for taking us out and showing us the nightlife. And it was really nice. I appreciate you. Papa daisuki! And of course, what Japan trip would it be if we did not visit Koko Curry? Obviously, everyone has to stop by Koko Curry at some point if they go to Japan. I got the sausage and vegetable curry. I think Onibro got a spicy tonkatsu curry. They were both really good. Koko Curry never disappoints. It's definitely something that you just have to try. It is considered fast food, but it is just so quality and very yummy. And my inner American can't leave me. As soon as I saw a Krispy Kreme, I had to get a freaking donut, okay? I'm sorry. Sue me. Although I did get the creme brulee flavor. It was injected with a bunch of cream and a nice sugar crispy crackling top on the outside, and it was really good. Pokemon! And we also went to the biggest Pokemon store in Tokyo, which I think is located in Ikebukuro. They had a really cool display on the outside, and you can take pictures with the little Pokemons, and we can also check out the merch store, of course. Obviously, I had to go in and take a look at the goodies and buy some things for myself as well. And there's so many cute things in here. Little trinket and plushies, cooking utensils as well, clothing. It was so cute. And right beside it, there was also a little Pikachu cafe. The line was way too long for that one, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to get anything. But it was really cute on the inside as well. And of course, bad luck strikes Giri again. I got the one that I didn't want. It was still cute, but I didn't want it. And besides the Pokemon store was also the Super Nintendo store. They were selling Mario goods. It was so cute. One day I'm gonna shove my future baby in one of those cute little pajamas. They're so adorable. They had a lot of merch for their most popular games, and it was really cool to see. The Animal Crossing merch was especially cute. And Kirby, there are just so many cute things. There's just so much to look at. You don't even have enough eyeballs to just take in everything. This is like nerd heaven, and it was the best. just be prepared for a lot of crowds and really, really, really long lines. More food! This time we went to a restaurant specifically recommended by Maylin. She took us to eat at this really fancy restaurant that's really famous for their chicken. Their chicken is supposed to be exceptionally flavorful. It was beautiful scenery there, and the food, the company, the environment, it was just the perfect match, and I had a really nice dinner. I didn't know that I would enjoy grilled fish as much as I did until this restaurant. I killed it. I even ate the head. They have a charcoal grill that they bring over in front of you, and then you can grill your own chicken thigh, and they have a tare that you can dip into there, and they taught you how to make it and how to cook it. It was so juicy. It was so flavorful. It was really yummy. And this mushroom doesn't look that impressive or special, but by golly was it delicious. So thank you, Maylin, for taking us out, and I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you! And of course, when you're in Tokyo, you cannot go see Gundams, and we went to the special Gundam display in Yokohama, and the one that moves and sings and dances. It was absolutely amazing. I did a live stream there. Let me tell you, I tried to hold my camera very still for the stream so that it will be a nice viewing experience, but I was pogging out of my freaking mind when the Gundam show started. I wanted to yell and scream and dance, but I had to be the mature one and hold the camera, but it was definitely so good, so fun. Highly recommend that you try and catch the show before it leaves Tokyo. I believe this display will be heading to Kyoto in April, so if you're still in Toronto by the end of March, make sure you try to catch it if you still can. You can tell that I was excited, right? Just look at me go. Look at me run. You can tell that I was excited to see the Gundam. I had such a good day that day. And they don't actually have the same show every time. I believe every hour they have a new set, so no matter what time you come, you will be able to catch a unique show, and it was just amazing. We managed to catch 2 shows while we were there, and both of them were really, really fun, and the lasers and light shows in the evening was also really unique and really special, so I was really glad that I was able to share it with my stream, with my viewers, and it was just a really good day overall that day. And also the scenery overlooking the Yokohama Pier, the harbor, it was also really pretty. So thank you, Gundam Factory. I had a lot of fun that day. You really made my day, and also days for a lot of people from my community, because we definitely had a lot of fun. And that concludes my trip to Japan. This was just a little tidbits here and there. It was the best 30 days I've ever had, and I just felt so lucky to be there and to experience all the things that I've wanted to try, to see the sights and the sounds, to be able to stream while I was there as well, to bring my community with me. And of course, huge thank you to Maylin and Geexplus for organizing and setting things up so that I was able to really enjoy my trip. There will be more videos coming up where we'll be doing other things that I think you guys will really enjoy. So make sure you click like if you really enjoyed the video, because I post very, very regularly. Make sure you click the subscribe bell, the notification bell, all those things, so you're notified when the next vlog comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!